tripping off these hoes. I get that money roll. Where that money at? Where that money go? Ain't tripping off these hoes. I get that money roll. Bitch, I'm getting money. Bitch, I'm getting money. Bitch, I'm getting money. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Welcome to episode 2 of Road to Frost Night 2021. Since last time we talked, we officially got the show announced, and I must tell you, announcement day went extremely well. And, you know, announcement day is very important because you want to come out the gate strong. And there's been times where, you know, you could announce a show and it may not necessarily translate if you don't lay it out right. But we had a plan. We ran it out. The streets were very excited. The people were very excited to hear that Frost Night 2021 was official and then it was going down. I am so humbled by it, and I am thankful for every share, every like, everybody that hit that they're going or interested on the event page. I am so thankful. Let me give y'all a little game on how to have a good announcement day. This is just a little game. I ain't finna give it all to you. So here we go. So for a good announcement day, main factor is make sure that your team knows what's going on. If you got, no matter how big your team is, you got to have them all on the same page of like, look, this is the time that we're announcing. This is the time that we're all sharing. This is the time that we're going to start plugging the event page. You got to have your team ready. Me personally, I have a team of about 20 people that are willing to share whatever that I ask them to share. And that could really take you a long way because this friend has a friend and this friend has a friend and that share turns into another share and that share turns into another share. Another game point is have your event page ready. Have your flyer and event page ready. You don't want to drop the flyer and then have the event page 3 days later. No, have all your shit ready the day of announcement day. Make sure you have all your ducks in a row. Speaking of event pages, make sure that you have a goal for your event page. Just don't put it out there and just be like, oh, you know, whatever we get, you know, we get. No, have a goal. Have a number. Have a number in your head. Have a number that you feel confident that you could do if you push. But also, don't make it too easy. Make it kind of a challenging number. You know what I'm saying? Make it a number to like where you really have to push yourself and then just grind until you hit that number. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, in 24 hours, I want the event page to say this much. And I tell the team that. So not only, you know, I know, the whole team knows. So we boom, 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 checking every 2 to 3 hours. Where we at? 75? Okay, let's keep grinding. Boom, boom, boom. Where we at? Oh shit, we almost there. Let's keep grinding out. And then the next thing you know, you don't hit your goal. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a little whack event page that have 5 people going. You doing it big. You doing it big because you set a goal and you chase that motherfucker. That's how you get your shit popping. Word of mouth could take you a long way. Word of mouth could take you a long way. Facebook is going to try to finesse you and try to get you to spend money, which I do recommend. I do recommend that you run some ads and you learn about running ads. It's very important. But I tell you what, in St. Louis, word of mouth could take you a long way. Have your word of mouth game on point. So when you work like I work, you get down like I get down. I almost got them all except for we missing one. So you got to get it in however you got to get it in. So I'm about to do a backyard workout while my beautiful kids are going to play. You going to work out with me? All right, we're going to do the family workout. This is part of the Frost Night 2021 workout plan. I got the homeboy Trady Trey as my co-headliner this year. I originally met Trady when he was on the bill for my DJ Money, his birthday bash, like I want to say like a year and a half ago. And I just took a liking to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had his shit on point. He was in a little group back then or whatever. Him and this dude, they had their shit on point. I chopped it up with him, took an instant liking to him. Like, these are some real cool dudes. And then I snatched them up and had them perform at Frost Night 2020 or whatever. And they killed it. I want to say they pulled up in a party bus and they was doing some of the most ratchet shit on stage. Like, they brought a party with them. A lot of people come to the party for Frost Night, but Trady brought a party to the party. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, okay. So I just kind of, I took mental note of that. I kept an eye on him. And Trady been out here hosting. Trady's been out here leading like protest rallies and stuff like that. Trady just been out here just being very active. And if you're friends with Trady on Facebook, when he goes live, it is pure entertaining. It is super entertaining watching Trady Trey go live on Facebook. Like, he's just always up to something, and he's just kind of one of those guys. You see him on his time, you see him on your timeline, you got to pay attention, see what Trady doing. If Trady walk in the room, you gotta speak to Trady. He just has that certain type of it factor to him. You know what I'm saying? People are just naturally drawn to him. And then on top of all the hustling that Trady's been doing, he has a song called Twerk Something that's popping right now, featuring Doughboy. Like, it's climbing, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got like a lot of streams on Spotify on that. So he's building a good buzz. And then he also signed a new management deal, you know what I'm saying, as a real dope manager that knows his shit. So I feel like this is one of the situations where the timing just lines up like perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I honestly feel like Trady is going to take it to a whole nother level within a matter of months. Like, Trady is popping. Like, we caught him at the right time.
Clap. Yo.
I got Lily on the bill this year. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm blessed enough to have her again. Lily's extremely talented. She could rap. She could sing. You know what I'm saying? She's always on point. She has a partner called King Clay with her. And I just consider them St. Louis royalty. I have no problem admitting to you guys that Lily has been my secret weapon for all these years. She just brings a certain factor every single year. And she's just very special to me and just very dope. And I'm extremely grateful to have her on the bill again, because she actually lives in Georgia, and her partner were telling me that they might not be able to make it this year because they're moving somewhere with inside of Georgia, of course. So, like, it was just a lot going on because it's the same week of the show. So, they kind of had me on hold for like a few days, and I was kind of nervous. Like, fuck, I don't want to do this like without Lily. Like, Lily plays a big part of the show like every single year. Like, it won't be right without Lily, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of freaking out. But they finally hit me back and said, yo, we good, bro. We coming down. And they were excited to do it too. So I'm like, man, this is what's up. I got my star player. Today is February 27th. Today makes it 2 years since I lost, my big homie and mentor, Charlie Hustle. If you've been knowing me for a while, then you should know Charlie. Taught me a lot, man. Just really taught me a lot. Just all around a real good guy. And this guy is just the definition of a stand-up guy. The definition of a hustler, man. I learned so much from this from this dude, man. Like when it was grind time, it was grind time. Charlie was the type of dude, like, it was by any means necessary, man. If he was out here to get that bag, he was going to get that bag, bro. He was going to get you to come to his party. You know what I'm saying? When he was on, boy, he was on. So I'm at the cemetery right now. Earlier today, his family had a balloon release for him. I couldn't make it because I had to work. But, I'm at the cemetery now. I'm going to say some words to my dog. Love and miss you a lot, bro. Man, thank you for taking me under your wing and just giving me so much game and so much advice. Man, it's stuff that I still use, like, to this day. And anytime I feel myself getting tired or down and out, I just think to myself, what Charlie Hustle would have done. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Charlie was going to get it done. Charlie was going to eat regardless, man. You know what I'm saying? And I just look up to you, bro. Like, I look up to you and I miss you. Your kids are beautiful, man. They're doing well. You know what I'm saying? Renee's doing well. She's holding it down. If you did anything right, bro, you definitely found you a good wife, a good woman to have some kids with, bro. But you know that. I thank you, bro. I miss you, homie. Wolski. I've been knowing Wolski for about 5 years. He was in a group when I originally met him, and it was just one of those situations where you could just see something very special in Wolski. Like, yo, that boy hungry. That boy very passionate. You know what I'm saying? I believe I booked Wolski for his first show back in 2016. And he just kind of caught my attention from the jump. So I just kind of kept an eye on him. And throughout these years, I just watched him grow and mature and, things of that nature, build his fan base up. He be running up in these Jesse Howe shows, winning free trips, winning money, like the whole nine. Wolski just killing it with like a turned up on point stage game. And he also, man, he's hilarious as fuck on Facebook. He always has something funny to say, but also I feel like he's very wise. And also we have a lot in common. He grew up in group homes. I grew up in group homes too. You know what I'm saying? Like I just kind of naturally like took a liking to him. I'm like, this is a hungry underdog. You know what I'm saying? So he kept grinding and grinding. And his stage show is ridiculous. Like, he's so high energy. And I just been waiting for him to get his fan base up and just kind of get it up a little bit so I could finally book him in something big. And within this last year, he's just been running amok. I just feel like he's honestly, I don't want to say mastered it because he's even still growing. But he just really just took a good hold on what to do on stage. He knows how to turn them up. He knows how to rock a crowd. The young man has finally figured out his formula, and I'm just so proud to be able to witness it, and I'm happy to have him on the bill this year.
I can't seem to look away.
And we got my homegirl Jazz on the bill. I actually recently met Jazz at a hip-hop comedy show that I was throwing at a bar in the neighborhood, a place not that big. But I tell you what, Jazz pulled up like she was about to perform at an award show. She just kind of had this look that everybody just kind of took notice, like when she walked in the room, like just star power, just off the rip. And then, she started killing the stage, and the rapping was on point, the singing was on point. You could just tell that she's extremely serious about her craft. You could tell that she put the time into it. You could tell that she's a perfectionist. You know what I'm saying? She was just something so different than like what I was used to. You know what I'm saying? Just extremely on it. And I must say, like, with all of the acts that I have on the bill, and I do this every year, there's so much game. There's so many pointers that I tell the acts on the bill. And I must say, like, Jazz is one of the ones that just soaks up all the game. So she's also like a student of the game. She's willing to learn. She's hungry. She's passionate. And she's excited as hell to kill this show for y'all. Like, we've been talking like every other day. Jazz has some shit up her sleeve. She's going to absolutely kill the stage. A true star. And I'm happy to have her on the bill this year. Bobo Bryson. That boy could rap. That boy could spit. I met him through my protege, Matt Wolf. He was doing shows at the Molecule. And Bobo is one of the acts that just really stood out to me. He was just very lyrical, good wordplay. And he just has like a very chill, easygoing vibe. Just very easy to be around. A very likable guy. So I just kind of kept my eye on him. You know what I'm saying? And out of all the acts that Matt was booking, like Bobo was like definitely like one of my favorites, like for sure. So, and I don't think he's performed at Pops, and if he has, it wasn't at one of my shows. So I had to snatch him up. I had to have him on the bill. You know what I'm saying? He gives the show like a lot of stability. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna bring them bars, you know, for the people who want to hear that. He's going to bring that wordplay for the people that want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Very talented dude. You know what I'm saying? And I'm extremely happy to have him on the bill. Just a very good dude. Positive energy. He's a hustler and he can rap his ass off. Y'all look out for Bobo. Bobo finna kill it. Then we got Hakeem. Hakeem was also in the group when I originally met him too. It was a collaboration event that I was doing with my homeboy Rocky called the Frat Dropout. He brought Hakeem and his partner to my attention, and they killed it. They killed it at that show. I came front. Like I definitely took notice. Like okay, these young boys working with something. I kept an eye on them, and then I started noticing they started doing events on their own. I was like, okay. Y'all doing events on your own. That's something that always catches my eye. I was like, okay, I see y'all. And, man, you would have thought it was a B2K concert the way they had these girls screaming. So, like, they have that star power. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way that they presented themselves, like, it was just very on point. And then I was just also paying attention to a lot of the social media content that Hakeem was posting, too. And his content was just clean, on point, outfit on point, look on point, song on point, like, everything on point. That's the thing a lot of people struggle with. A lot of people post content, but they don't have content that naturally catches the eye. Hakeem has an eye for that shit, man. Every piece of content that I see him post is on point. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely been paying attention to him. He hit me up. He wanted to be booked in something like late last year. So I was like, look, I don't really have too much going on because, you know, this is during the pandemic. But I was like, you know, I am having, you know, parties at Pepper Lounge every once in a while. If you want to come to Pepper Lounge, do a couple songs, you know, because it's a party vibe. You don't want to do too much. You know, let's pull up, do a couple songs. But I tell you what, man, this man pulled up on point. He pulled up deep. He pulled up with a crowd. He killed it with the rapping, the dancing, like the whole nine. He just like he stood out to me, man. I was like, man, this guy's a star. And like, I gotta link up with him. Like, I want to take Hakeem underneath my wing. Like, he's the truth. Hakeem is going to kill the stage. Up next, we talking about Marley J. I met Marley J when I booked him for a show at Food Bar. It was supposed to be one of the last shows there. And he just pulled up with like a young, fresh, diverse fan base. That definitely caught my attention. And then his music was just very on point. And he's extremely polished. On point, had his outfit together, had the raps together, you know what I'm saying, had the girlies jocking him, like the whole nine. You could just tell by just watching him that like, yo, this kid is a young superstar, and this is someone that you got to keep your eye on. So I definitely kept my eye on his social media. His manager has been staying in contact with me, and, you know, they reach out to me every once in a while and stuff, just kind of giving me updates and, you know, asking questions here and there. And, you know, Marley J has been on my radar like for a while. I believe he's like the youngest act that we have on the bill, but the boy's dope. He's extremely dope. He deserves to be on the bill. He's a young, fresh pick, and this is definitely like one of the guys that you guys will be talking about for many, many, many years to go. The young man is dope, and I'm excited to see what he's gonna do at Frost Night 2020.
I can't seem to look away.
I met Imani when he was performing with his clique, the Treehouse Collectives. And what blew my mind about this group is like they were like so deep. Like there was a lot of them in this group. They was like Wu-Tang deep or whatever. But they were all so different and diverse. It was almost like, man, fuck being in a group. Do y'all niggas even know each other? Because that's just how different they were, you know, from each other. And I noticed that Amani, like, he was like, you know, he was kind of in the forefront, and his music was just very like eclectic, you know, just very stylistic, just very like on point, just a whole different vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very melodic, just very easy to listen to. Very talented guy. You know what I'm saying? He brings like a lot of factors to the table, and I honestly feel like he's definitely going to stand out because his talent is just that unique and that captivating. You know what I'm saying? So y'all definitely look out for Amani. Like, he's bringing a dope show. He's bringing a real dope show. Amani, yeah, he gonna kill it. Frost Night 2021. And then we got Degenerate on the bill this year. I've been knowing him for a while. He's actually my friend. But believe it or not, I'm actually not that nice to my friends, like, when it comes to this music shit. Like, there's no free handouts. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta earn it like everybody else. If anything, I make my friends earn it even more, just on the strength of like, ain't no one gonna ever say Frost on some funny shit. Anybody could get down. You know what I'm saying? So, but you gotta earn it. You gotta work your way up it. And his music had been getting progressively better and better every time he sends me something. One thing that's always been on point is like his melodies and his hooks. His hooks and melodies always on point, killing it. Like, he has something special, and he's doing something that I don't really see a lot of people doing, like, with his music. Like, it's nice, like, it's in his own lane. He definitely stands out on the bill, but it definitely makes sense because it's just passionate underdog music, just very poetic, just very on point. You know what I'm saying? And he's been asking me to book him for years, and I no, just because I'm hard on my friends like that. And then I did book him to perform at the toy drive that I do every year, and he just had the type of performance that just stood out to me. It just really stood out to me, and that was a night where I was just like, you know what? You figured it out. You ready? I want to have him on Frost Night. You on point. You know what I'm saying? He hustled. He killed the stage. He did everything he was supposed to do, and he earned that shit the hard way. Y'all pay attention to Degenerate, man. He's gonna kill it. I just kind of want to plug in with y'all and just let y'all know about like this metamorphosis, like this thing that I go through, like, wow, getting ready, you know, for the show. You know, first we have the big week, we have the big announcement and all that shit's fun. And then after that, the fun wears down a little bit, and you look up at that calendar and you realize you got about 3 weeks. You got about 3 weeks to get this shit right. You got about 3 weeks to get this shit ready. And I'm just so motivated. And if I'm on the bill to perform anywhere, I'm coming to tear the motherfucking house down. I don't think there's ever been a time where a motherfucker saw me on stage like half-stepping. Even if you didn't like what the fuck you saw, I definitely wasn't fucking half-stepping. I'm going hard, and I'm going for motherfuckers' necks every fucking time. And that's just like what I'm about, man. Like, when I'm in here and when I'm training and when I'm doing what I need to do to get ready for the show, I just think about all the motherfuckers that said some sideways shit about me, motherfuckers that said my name in vain, all the motherfuckers that told me to stop, all the naysayers, all the motherfuckers that don't want to see me shine. I just think about them, bro. I just think about them hard, and I'm just like, y'all finna eat that. Y'all finna eat your fucking words. Y'all finna eat your words. Y'all finna eat your words. Like, you can't be doing this shit for this long and not have some of that dog in you. This is the shit that I don't show y'all. I'm a hungry, motivated motherfucker. For real. I talk that shit and I back it the fuck up on stage. That's what the fuck I'm about. I'm about boost to asses. None of that fancy shit. None of that I'm cool with this person. None of that, you know, I hang out with celebrity shit. I ain't got none of that shit going on. Any clout that you see me got, any respect that you see me having, is something that I done kicked ass for. It's some shit that I done had to earn. It's that time. Frost Night 2021. Ain't no turning back now. We gonna win.
Aye.
Frost money.
Casino. I can tell you like my steez. When I hit the scene, they freeze. Shorty move that thing with ease. Shorty throw it back for me. Baby, make it clap for me. Drop it down, baby.